Restore pages. No, I want to restore shit. Okay. OWASP API security. Oh no, I'm tired, boy.
Open Worldwide Application Security Project, OWASP, is a non-profit and collaborative online community that aims to improve application security via a set of security principles, articles, documentation, etc. Back in 2019, OWASP released a list of the top 10 API vulnerabilities, which will be discussed in detail, along with its potential impact and a few effective mitigation measures. We have split this room into two parts. In part 1, you will study the top 5 principles, and in part 2, you will learn the remaining principles. Learning objectives: best practices for API authorization and authentication, identification of authorization level issues, handling excessive data exposure, lack of resources and rate limiting issues. Learning prerequisites and understanding of the following topics is recommended before starting the room. How websites work, HTTP protocols and methods, principles of security, OWASP Top 10, 2025, Module.
Oh. I gotta blow my nose. I'm tired too of this. Where does that? I don't know what the fuck that even is. No messages are real. No, Cooper, I gotta blow my nose again. I don't want to get up, but you're so cute. Oh no, I'm sorry. She was. Yeah, mine's a 1500 too. It's same brand, everything. But, I mean, different. Obviously, a different model. What is API and why is it important?
What is an API and why is it important? API stands for Application Programming Interface. It is a middleware that facilitates the communication of two software components utilizing a set of protocols and definitions. In the API context, the term application refers to any software having specific functionality, and interface refers to the service contract between two apps that make communication possible via requests and responses. The API documentation contains all the information on how developers have structured those responses and requests. The significance of APIs to app development is in just a single sentence, i.e., API is a building block for developing complex and enterprise-level applications. Recent data breaches through APIs. LinkedIn data breach. In June 2021, the data of over 700 million LinkedIn users were offered for sale on one of the dark web forums, which was scraped by exploiting the LinkedIn API. The hacker published a sample of 1 million records to confirm the legitimacy of the LinkedIn breach, containing full names of the users, email addresses, phone numbers, geolocation records, LinkedIn profile links, work experience information, and other social media account details. Twitter data breach. In June 2022, data of more than 5.4 million Twitter users was released for sale on the dark web. Hackers conducted the breach by exploiting a zero-day in the Twitter API that showed Twitter's handle against a mobile number or email. Pixlr data breach. In January 2021, Pixlr, an online photo editor app, suffered a data breach that impacted around 1.9 million users. All the data by the hackers was dumped on a dark web forum, which included usernames, email addresses, countries, and hashed passwords. Now that we understand the threat and the damage caused due to non-adherence to mitigation measures, let's discuss developing a secure API through OWASP API Security Top 10 Principles.
Why is the API? I don't know. Not really understand the question on that one. Oh, it's been over. Take this one. My hands are all wet and sticky because you keep rubbing your nose on, rubbing your little nose on me. Her little face. Oh, baby. Oh, she's so cute. You keep wiping your little nose on my hand. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to grab you like that.
How does it happen? Generally, API endpoints are utilized for a common practice of retrieving and manipulating data through object identifiers. BOLA refers to Insecure Direct Object Reference, IDOR, which creates a scenario where the user uses the input functionality and gets access to the resources they are not authorized to access. In an API, such controls are usually implemented through programming in model view controller architecture, at the code level. Likely impact: the absence of controls to prevent unauthorized object access can lead to data leakage and, in some cases, complete account takeover. Users or subscribers' data in a database plays a critical role in an organization's brand reputation. If such data is leaked over the internet, that may result in substantial financial loss. Practical example: open the VM. You will find that the Chrome browser and Talent API.
I didn't pay attention to none of that.
How does it happen? Generally, API endpoints are utilized for a common practice of retrieving and manipulating data through object identifiers. BOLA refers to Insecure Direct Object Reference, IDOR, which creates a scenario where the user uses the input functionality and gets access to the resources they are not authorized to access. In an API, such controls are usually implemented through programming in model view controller architecture, at the code level. Likely impact: the absence of controls to prevent unauthorized object access can lead to data leakage and, in some cases, complete account takeover. Users or subscribers' data in a database plays a critical role in an organization's brand reputation. If such data is leaked over the internet, that may result in substantial financial loss. Practical example: open the VM. You will find that the Chrome browser and Talent API tester application are running automatically, which we will be using for debugging the API endpoints. Bob is working as an API developer in company MHT and developed an endpoint/uprule1/users.
Localhost. Why does I have to put the port? What's my IP? Technically, I should be able to do that. Port A is HTTP, so. Get Favicon, there is no Favicon closing. Oh, well, I was gonna use, to do a GET request, I was gonna use Burp Suite, but well, I guess I could just copy that. That's pretty easy. I can do that. What is the username? Bob.
What is the issue with the above API call? The problem is that the endpoint is not validating any incoming API call to confirm whether the request is valid. It is not checking for any authorization whether the person requesting the API call can ask for it or not.
So what else is running inside? What slow. I'm assuming that's the telling.
What is the issue with the above API call? The problem is that the endpoint is not validating any incoming API call to confirm whether the request is valid. It is not checking for any authorization whether the person requesting the API call can ask for it or not.
Right.
The solution for this problem is pretty simple. Bob will implement an authorization mechanism through which he can identify who can make API calls to access employee ID information. The purpose is achieved through access tokens or authorization tokens in the header. In the above example, Bob will add an authorization token so that only headers with valid authorization tokens can make a call to this endpoint. In the VM, if you add a valid authorization token and call HTTP URL, only then will you be able to get the correct results. Moreover, all API calls with an invalid token will show 403 forbidden and error message as shown below.
Where is this? I don't know what they're talking about because there ain't nothing running in this VM. Well, I need to find a walkthrough because I have no idea again what it looks like burp speed, but I don't have burp speed. Do I have burp speed? Oh, what the fuck? I don't know what program this even is.
Mitigation measures an authorization mechanism that relies on user policies and hierarchies should be adequately implemented. Strict access controls methods to check if the logged user is authorized to perform specific actions. Promote using completely random values, strong encryption and decryption mechanism for nearly impossible to predict tokens.
I guess it's loading? I don't know. This thing's fucking slow. It's not 4? It's 4. 4 is not bringing me nothing. Three, yeah. Okay, I forgot about 0 is not a number. I can't figure out what program they're talking about. Because they're just talking, they're not even talking about a goddamn program. Oh fuck! I wasn't even. Did not pay attention at all. That's that's why. I was confused. That's why I forgot about the RDP shit.
We're becoming friends.
What's going on? My browser or tab ain't no fucking. It's almost like someone watching my stream connected to it. It's the same IP. Well, that's not my understanding. Okay, let's just restart it. I'm not seeing the talent API tester, or what the fuck you want to call it. Where the fuck are they seeing this at? Oh my god, it's right there. Been looking everywhere for it. Jesus Christ. It's a nice video. It took me forever to find this fucking
How does it happen?
API tester.
User authentication is a core aspect of developing an application containing sensitive data. Broken user authentication, BUA, reflects a scenario where an API endpoint allows an attacker to access a database or acquire a higher privilege than the existing one. The primary reason behind BUA is either invalid implementation of authentication, like using incorrect email, password queries, etc., or the absence of security mechanisms like authorization headers, tokens, etc. Consider a scenario in which an attacker acquires the capability to abuse an authentication API. It will eventually result in data leaks, deletion, modification, or even the complete account takeover by the attacker. Usually, hackers have created special scripts to profile, enumerate users on a system and identify.
Oh, I hear my fucking cat, but I don't see her. Toothless? Sitting there behind the couch, chilling. See, she behind the couch, just chilling. Oh boy. But where was I even at?
Consider a scenario in which an attacker acquires the capability to abuse an authentication API. It will eventually result in data leaks, deletion, modification, or even the complete account takeover by the attacker. Usually, hackers have created special scripts to profile, enumerate users on a system and identify authentication endpoints. A poorly implemented authentication system can lead a user to take on another user's identity, likely impacting broken user authentication. Attackers can compromise the authenticated session or the authentication mechanism and easily access sensitive data. Malicious actors can pretend to be someone authorized and can conduct an undesired activity, including a complete account takeover. Practical example: continue to use the Chrome browser and Talent API tester for debugging in the VM. Bob understands that authentication is critical and has been tasked to develop an API endpoint approval 2/user/login_v that will authenticate based on provided email and password. The endpoint will return a token.
That's the. Oh, my fucking back, dude. Let's see. You motherfucker. That's good. That means it's actually add authorization. Ow. Did that pop up there before? Add authorization. Kind of want to go back to the last one. What was the last? Damn, I forgot what the last one was. I feel like that just popped up, but like it knew I needed that. I'm just looking at shit. Okay.
The endpoint will return a token, which will be passed as an authorization token header, GET request, to a rule 2/user/details to show details of a specific employee. Bob successfully developed the login endpoint. However, he only used email to validate the user from the user table and ignored the password field in the SQL query. An attacker only requires the victim's email address to get a valid token or account takeover. In the VM, you can test this by sending a post request to HTTP URL with email and password in the form parameters.
Let's do a post request real quick. See what I can get with that. Well, that's just sending data. I'm tripping. Wait, I want to get requests. I'm tripping. Forbidden needs authorization. true. That's weird. And it gives you the token. So so it's saying all it needed was the email address. Ignore the password field. That's what he did. Where's the token?
As we can see, the vulnerable endpoint received a token which can be forwarded to /approval2/user/details to get detail of a user. To fix this, we will update the login query logic and use both email and password for validation. The endpoint /approval2/user/login_s is a valid endpoint, as shown below, that authorizes the user based on password and email both.
Oh, what's it called? Motherfucker. What am I doing wrong? Yep, good. I don't know why I was thinking post. There's our relation token. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, well, what's it talking about again? Is it ooh good, bro? And anyways, let's go back to what I was talking about. Blah blah blah. Endpoint, blah blah blah. Login secure. I'm getting off here. Yes. Wait, what am I doing? Well, I know the password now. Well, no, I don't know the password. I just got the token. Why wouldn't I do it with the token? I don't know the password. Huh. Oh fuck! I just had the token. I still got it. No. Fuck. Where's that token? Go back to get it. You damn it! Oh, there's the token. Oh, fuck! I don't want to do that again. There we go. That's the motherfucking token. Oh, HR. Oh my dumb ass. Go back. Get user details. I don't need him. I need buy token. Let's keep it there. Of oh. HR. I don't need. Oh, do I need to put password? Let's see. I just did this and I forgot how I did it. Fuck, did I just do this? I don't need that. I'm confused. I just fucking did this and I forgot how I did it. I just fucking did this. Post request. That's what I just did. It didn't give me shit. Wow. My dumb ass. Which country does sales at? Oh, you motherfucker. Sales. There's a token for sales. What the hell? Why won't you let me use it? Okay. Damn, I feel like I fucked that up. Okay, post to login. Hang on. What I was asking for? What country? China. No, not a good idea. Oh, I'm tired, man. Keep going. 2.5 gig internet and this shit. What? Really? What the fuck's going on? I don't know my internet. Okay. Day 367. Fuck. I'm tired of doing this shit. Yeah, I just need to figure out which one was the. I was trying to figure out how to find the API tester. Let's see what that's saying. Oh.
Mitigation measures ensure complex passwords with higher entropy for end users. Do not expose sensitive credentials in GET or POST requests. Enable strong JSON web tokens, JWT, authorization headers, etc. Ensure the implementation of multi-factor authentication, where possible, account lockout, or a CAPTCHA system to mitigate brute force against particular users. Ensure that passwords are not saved in plain text in the database to avoid further account takeover by the attacker.
I'm gonna do this one. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm kind of like, I understand it, but it's just one of those things that just feel like it doesn't absorb until you do it all the time. I want my cat. Here. Her little beady eyes. Oh.
How does it happen? Excessive data exposure occurs when applications tend to disclose more than desired information to the user through an API response. The application developers tend to expose all object properties, considering the generic implementations, without considering their sensitivity level. They leave the filtration task to the front-end developer before it is displayed to the user. Consequently, an attacker can intercept the response through the API and quickly extract the desired confidential data. The runtime detection tools or the general security scanning tools can give an alert on this kind of vulnerability. However, it cannot differentiate between legitimate data that is supposed to be returned or sensitive data. Like the impact, a malicious actor can successfully sniff the traffic and easily access confidential data, including personal details, such as account numbers, phone numbers, access tokens, and much more. Typically, APIs respond with sensitive tokens that can be later on used to make calls to other critical endpoints. Practical example: continue to use the Chrome browser and Talend API tester for debugging the VM. The company MHT launched a comment-based web portal that takes users' comments and stores them in the database and other information like location, device info, etc., to improve the user experience. Bob was tasked to develop an endpoint for showing users comments on the company's main website. He developed an endpoint to rule3/comment_v/it that fetches all information available for a comment from the database. Bob assumed that the front-end developer would filter out information while showing it on the company's main website. What is the issue here? The API is sending more data than desired. Instead of relying on a front-end engineer to filter out data, only relevant data must be sent from the database. Bob, realizing his mistake, updated the endpoint and created a valid endpoint /rule3/comment_s/it that returns only the necessary information to the developer, as shown below.
Huh.
Mitigation measures never leave sensitive data filtration tasks to the front-end developer. Ensure time-to-time review of the response from the API to guarantee it returns only legitimate data and checks if it poses any security issue. Avoid using generic methods such as _string and _JSON. Use API endpoint testing through various test cases and verify through automated and manual tests if the API leaks additional data.
What is the username value? Alright. I'm tired. I'm tired now. I can finish this tomorrow. Damn, look what he did. Man. He's been on his shit lately. Oh, he's number 2. Ooh, shit. I'm on a 1-day streak. Still in the top 2%. You got a bunch of badges. I got 33. Alright, well, I'm tired. I think I'll play some Battlefield. Oh, I didn't realize they that shit wasn't even doing nothing. Alright, well, I'm gonna play a round of Battlefield or something. I'm done studying. I'm tired.